What's up, folks? Gosh, boy, today is a very, very, very important day. History being made. Feels like everything's just feels like you ever like it been in an area where you just feel like everything is just it's quiet, a little too quiet. You walk outside, everything just feels a little different. I don't know. Then other days, are midterms, and it seems like a lot of things are going really strangely. We've got, which we kind of expected certain things to take place. Like, for instance, there's machines that are not working properly. They're calling for resignation of Stephen Richter, or Richter, however you say his name, the dude in Arizona who is the one that's running the E-words, and or a part of it, because Katie Hobbs is the director of that, and then Stephen Richter is underneath her. Redheaded guy. Back in 2020, you remember he just drops the microphone and walks out because everybody was trying to ask him legitimate questions about what was really going on, and he's doubled down on legitimacy and all that other fancy stuff. And dude, machines aren't working in Texas as well for some reason. I'm not claiming anything, guys. I'm not saying anything at all. All I'm saying is that's what's been reported. And there's also been some DOJ. Merrick Garland has put forth some of his goonies to intimidate people from exercising their constitutional right to have to exercise those rights, which is you're allowed to monitor and make sure that things are done properly when it comes to our process of choosing people that lead our country and our communities. And we know that there are some strange things that have happened because nobody's been watching these things, either with or without camera. And so, for some odd reason, the DOJ has made it a thing to go in and monitor the people, or intimidate, trying to keep people from watching those boxes where people are dropping off important documents that have to do with casting our voice. And we want to be sure that it's done properly. That's all. And it's a little wonky. So what we've got here is Florida Governor Ron Desantis is blocking the AG Garland's monitors from entering the polling locations. And I'm being kind of careful with choosing my words here, but there's Ron right there, Mr. Desantis, and the governor has blocked attorney General Merrick Garland's monitors from entering these locations. Biden's corrupt Justice Department this week deployed federal goons to harass the workers in 64 key battleground precincts. This is in 24 states. And DeSantis pushed back on and told the feds that they are not welcome in Miami and Broward, Palm Beach counties. They've named off several counties, in other words. So earlier, the Florida Department of State received copies of your letters to Miami-Dade and Broward counties, in which you seem to indicate that the Department of Justice will send monitors inside places for these counties. And DeSantis' administration wrote a letter to John Russ, Deputy Chief of E-word Coordinators. And we also understand you sent similar letter to Palm Beach. And all he said this, and he's not having it. He's going to, Florida said the presence of federal law enforcement inside places would be counterproductive and could potentially undermine confidence, the letter read, according to the Floridian Press. And a lot of these people who are watching these boxes are doing it from, or this isn't just with the places of dropping things. They're actually in precincts, in the locations of where this is, our voices are being casted. But a lot of these people are upstanding characters. They're military. They're police officers. These people are well involved in the community. They're not just average people. So for them to bring in federal agents like that, it's pretty bold. And in a letter to John Burt Russ, Deputy Chief of the E-word Coordinators of the Department of Justice, the Florida Department of State General Counsel Brad McVeigh, DeSantis administration warns that under Florida statute, DOJ monitors are not permitted inside Florida polling locations. So, what a wonderful, stance to take. Thank you. Even though I don't live in Florida, every race is very important to all of us. We're all connected. We're individual states, but we're connected through a federalization of because we're sort of a business conglomeration. There's a bunch of little layers behind how all that works for our states and federal separations. But in all honesty, though, certain states set certain precedents for certain laws to go in effect in other states. Take California, for instance, and how they run their state and create laws that other states want to emulate. And one of them is that, you know, doing away with gas vehicles by a certain year. And California's not the only state. West Virginia has signed into this, guy. Crazy. Anyhow, Biden just recently said that he is going to shut down all coal production and no more drilling. And he's actually calling on more oil to be produced at the same time. So we're all over the place with that, guys. But there's been quite a few shenanigans already kind of coming out. And we're going to see how things roll out. Today is a big day, but really, to be honest with you, and if you really want to think about it, the next 3 days are going to be where it's really at. We're going to cover, I'm going to be live for as long as I can tonight on This Way Network and on Matt Patriot News Network. As long as I can. I'm going to be out here late, and we're going to cover all this stuff. But to be honest with you, I will say that what really is going to make the bigger difference is how the next few days look, which is totally not even supposed to be the thing. Everything's supposed to be done in one day, and it could be done in one day if it was done right. But anyhow, so this is where we're at. We want to thank Ron DeSantis for setting precedents for other states to feel like this could be the right move. Just saying. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and a wonderful, hope that everything, we pray for God's plan. We put his hands on the United States and the world. Pray for the world that's struggling. Be thankful for what we have right now. And just know that we are in God's plan, and that as long as we follow along that, he will shield us from the true evils. Life won't be easy. Sometimes it won't be fun, but we'll always have each other. We'll have God. So think about that, guys. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful rest of the day. Like I said before, and just, thank you for all the comments and all the support. Have a wonderful day.